Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a little deep dive into something we have never done before.
We have not done this before.
We have never dived into super game improvement clubs in the past.
And we have a real interesting set to do so with.
We certainly do. So we've invited our previous super game improvement tester, Righty Matt, back to the channel.
He's been taken out of the dusty closet. And
welcome to the other half of our building.
Looks a bit different, but I like it.
Yeah. So we're going to have you test some T300s, which I think in our testing, it would be fair to say it's certainly up there with the best game improvement irons we've ever tested.
I think they, especially the long irons that I was hitting, I love those.
Mm-hmm.
The mid irons were so easy to hit, so I would say they were probably, in terms of a total package, they look really good, and in terms of how well they performed, yeah, probably an all-time favorite.
I think that's the standard bearer we're going to say for the game improvement side of things, and we're into the super game improvement category, and this is super game improvement with a little twist.
Yes.
Because it's not just an iron.
No.
We've kind of got a hybrid iron, something that Cleveland Golf have done in the past before in the launcher family, and it's back.
Yeah, the Halo.
The Halo.
Yeah.
Enter Beyonce. So we've got some technology going on here. We've got some rails in the bottom. I mean, obviously the design of the Halo is to deepen that CG, get it as low as you possibly can, high launch, and that type of thing, Matty. So
yeah.
We're going to test for your delivery, which is at much slower speed, much more in need of launch and things like that.
Need to hit the ball as high as possible.
Yeah,
for sure.
To try and get a little bit more carry. We're going to see how these two irons compare for you.
And I think it's an interesting question, because I think someone would look at that and go, okay, so what is the requirement?
Yeah.
What takes me out of this style, which if you go to your local shop, they'll say, okay, sir, what's your handicap? What's your ball flight like? Oh, T300 would be good for you.
Yeah.
What's the limitation of that versus something like this? It's the most extreme iron design that I've ever seen.
Definitely. And, we normally do our tests, Matty boy. We're very selective on the data because we're trying to basically take the best shots that we hit with it, so we can go, okay, yeah, that was a really good one, that was a really good one, and we kind of make it very consistent, and so we can compare side by side. I actually think the best way for us to test these ones is with a larger scatter pattern, because I don't think it's the best versus the best that's going to identify which one of these you should choose. It's out of a wider array of shots is going to be the most consistent for you.
I think you're right. You're really trying to assess more what's the easier experience to play with. Definitely. I think that's what we are hoping to get in the data. Yeah,
how easy can you make the game? If you do have your struggles with golf and iron play maybe specifically, I think if we were to say at the early part, maybe somebody who's shallow, a bit of a sweeper, might be struggle with a divot taking, so they're always hitting the irons a bit thin and never really flighting them up. Kind of think this is who should be looking at this test with a little intrigue.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's start you with the T300 pitch and wedge, then we'll jump over into the Cleveland.
Sounds good.
Oh, don't do it.
Did he get it? 115. That's very good.
Pretty good.
Slightly toey.
And that is something to identify. This is a great test of the forgiveness in these, because we will be hitting some toy, some Healy.
Definitely.
You never do this. When was the last time you hit a golf ball on the right-hand side?
I don't actually remember. It's been at least 6 months.
6 months.
Must have been.
So, this is nothing that you practice or
no, you didn't tell me we were doing this today either.
So
it's perfect.
This will be good. Pretty good. And we're saying that golfer that's a little on the shallow side, maybe catching it a little bit thin.
That's what that felt like to me.
2 degrees down and a little bit low in the head. That's exactly what we're seeing already.
Gotcha. Oh, yes.
That's awfully good.
Oh, yes. Okay. A little clanky.
Really
hit that
nice
one well.
there.
I think that will be something resembling the middle of the face. Okay, not so much, but better. Higher, right?
Yep, 76 feet there.
Pretty good. Get on there. Yes.
Okay. Wee bit thin, but you would take it.
Definitely. On. Wow. That looks super different. Go in!
Go in. That was nice.
That was nice. It looked high.
Yeah, so kind of similar to the second last one with the Titleist out to the right, but that it looked like it had a bit more on it as well. Nice. Really
Bit thin,
nice.
But good.
Mm-hmm. Sounded nice.
Definitely feel the pop on these.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Halo! Is that a tight draw right there?
Cue Beyonce right there.
Hello!
Wow.
That's ridiculous. This is definitely easier, these ones. No question. Hello.
I mean, quite honestly, one of the more intriguing tests to me we've done in quite some time. This.
Very fair to say, yeah. That's remarkable difference.
Yeah. Club head speed, similar. Strike pattern, similar. Loft delivery, higher.
Interesting.
You know, we have one more static loft, but we are delivering, you know, 2.5 more. Path and angle of attack. So delivery, really, we are saying is within tenths of a degree different. Right, so they're basically the same.
Yeah.
Strike pattern, basically the same. When we look at that ball data, there's some noticeable differences there. Ball speed is retained. Launch is definitely what you would want. Bit more spin also, and a little bit of a tighter dispersion.
It feels like the exact thing that this player would be looking for. I come up a bit short. I hit the ball a bit low, even with the wedge.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of height difference on average. Almost 20 feet.
That's a lot. So, I mean,
impressive.
I didn't expect us to see much in the wedge. I thought it might sort of come together a little bit more in the middle iron and the four, you know, for sure. But that wedge there's some differences there. And people might say, it's only 4 yards, but it's just a lot more than that.
The consistency was better, everything about that flight. I think, honestly, the first ball flight with the T300, you might have trouble holding some greens. If you were in the rough, it doesn't have enough height to it.
I know. Okay, let's pop into the 7.
Pretty
good. Been thinking about that stand up there from, you know, your complete opposite side from 160 with a 7. That's a really good effort. That's so good.
Oh yes. Oh, this is good.
Those last two are flush.
Oh. Yes.
Lefty Matt might not get his job back.
I may not play left-handed anymore.
Look at that strike and everything.
Oh. Have I died?
Have I died?
Yes. It's pretty good.
Good.
A little bit thin, but good.
So nice. Little toy?
Yeah, I think so. Made it turn over a bit.
Yeah. Pretty good though.
Yeah, not bad.
This sounds so good.
It really does. It's just, you can see how much more pop that's got. Buttoned. Oh, yes.
Pure.
Yeah, that went the distance even. The face a bit open. Ooh, that felt nice. Get up there.
That's nice.
Ooh. Best one. High.
170. Okay, so similar pattern.
Yes.
So half a club longer, launch is a touch up, spin is a touch up, ball speed is a touch up. Yeah, just subtly better for righty Matt in kind
Definitely.
of every way.
Absolutely.
You know, I think the height wasn't as big of a gain. 87 feet versus 78, still a little bit in it. 2 degrees more stopping power with the Halo.
Okay.
44.5 versus 42.5. So again, yeah, you're having a really easy time with this one.
Definitely. Yeah, I think the experience of hitting it, you look at the club and obviously you feel like you've got a better chance of hitting a good shot. Just because it's such a big head, it feels more like hitting a high lofted hybrid, obviously, which is what it is.
And down to the 4-iron now. So a club that really this golfer is going to be intimidated by.
Questioning whether they would even want to be able to hit it. That's what I would think. Right now, I'm thinking the T300 4-iron. I'm kind of expecting to not be able to get most of them in the air, and then hopefully the other one makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Okay.
Contact.
Never has a cavity back looked like more of a blade than this thing does to me right now.
This is tough. Actually not bad. Can barely hit it in the air further than the 7-iron though. Ooh, that was good.
That's the holy grail 4-iron there, isn't it?
That's the 1 in 100 shot.
Great swing.
Not to be repeated.
Really good again.
Okay. That's so different. So different.
Wow.
Goodness gracious. Have I died? Okay, nobody move, nobody say anything, nobody blink.
just I'm sitting back here enjoying it, that's all. I'm just sitting here enjoying myself.
Don't jinx it, the Halo. Oh my goodness. That's pretty good.
Good. That's got some really good carry on
It
it,
really
doesn't
does.
it?
I keep thinking, oh, it's going to hit the front of the green, but it just keeps going. It's pretty good.
Yes, I mean they're carrying out there 190 to 200 every time.
It's not bad either.
What
Yeah,
a way
good.
to finish.
A little thin, but look at how far it's going
I know.
thin. That's outrageous. Wow.
Deserving of a Halo, this club.
The reality is, part of this is why I liked what you said. We're going to keep pretty much any shot that isn't a top, because the experience of hitting the 4-iron is there's shots that I made contact, but they just didn't go anywhere.
Well, look at that there, like 68, 65, 65, 66, 69, 68, 66, 65. I mean, they are a bit lower than what we saw earlier on, but I mean, how consistent is that?
And all those strikes, the first few that I was laughing were quite flush, but the last few I hit one in the toe, one in the heel, and then went the same height. That's kind of like the whole point of the club, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I hope this test is something that can represent a different demographic on the channel, somewhere maybe we don't always have the opportunity to talk to this crowd the way we do talk to the 120 mile an hour driver speed guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, this honestly felt like one of the more fun tests we've done.
Definitely. And something I think, guys, that leaves a lot of messaging in there. I mean, we understand, that a club with this design it's not going to turn many heads.
It's fair enough, and Cleveland's new commercial basically says that, like, oh, you may not love how it looks in the bag, or your friends may say, what's that iron?
Yeah.
But that's kind of how I felt. If you were fitting me and I was this golfer, I'd be insane not to play these, because I'm going to go play golf and have 10 times more fun than I would with a set of, still game improvement, but not the same. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what I could say to someone who left going, no, I think I'll stick with the irons.
You'd be like, well,
I'd be like,
something's wrong with
I
it.
know. We can't be friends.
No, that was quite amazing. They did a great job with these. They really did.
And there'll be people who still, are maybe uncomfortable with somebody at your level doing this testing. But I mean, this is hard for you. Very, very hard for you.
I'm sweating.
It's not. I mean, this is requiring a lot of concentration and stuff to make good solid contact. Never mind predictable ball flight.
And I think that's hopefully what comes through in the test is the anxiety of what if I miss the ball. The experience of hitting something that big and forgiving compared to something that, yes, is still big and forgiving, it's totally different.
The confidence factor is a real deal, isn't it?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Game improvement versus super game improvement obviously is kind of how we've titled this, how we've kind of thrown at this test, and I think just ease of use. For those of you who are looking at your iron game going, I don't hit my irons very good, I don't hit them high enough, I run them through the back of the greens. I just really, I can't stress how important it would be to look at another way of doing it. Don't always be set by, I have to use a set of irons that are conventional. Golf is too much in the grey space or the safe space, 80%, of kind of what everyone else does. Think of it outside the box.
Totally.
Got to get outside the box. If you're not doing well with what you've got and lessons aren't working for you and stuff, have a look at something like this. It really could help you enjoy the game a heck of a lot more.
Oh, I think that's very well said.
Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, I think it's safe to say we're going to do more of this testing. Opened up a whole different category for us to get our teeth into, which will be a lot of fun.
Can't wait to do more. Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, stay tuned for that. We'll see you again soon.